We got a couple more. Well, actually, now I think of it, we got one more. And the one is the rise of LA Knight. Yeah. And what do we mean by the rise of LA Knight?
Stomped out! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
So LA Knight is the best. I think that's one of the best days to have on SmackDown this year. LA Knight has been on a roll ever since his feud with Bray Wyatt. Like I said earlier at the Royal Rumble, the pitch black match. And that promo you saw, that was doing his feud with Bray Wyatt. That's when he first started saying, yeah. I remember the episodes in late January, maybe February. That was January, beginning this year. Almost a year ago. Man, time flies. But LA Knight, as soon as he said yeah, the crowd got behind him. And then the year got more popular and more popular and more popular and more popular. His roles went to the top. His t-shirts, the yeah t-shirts, LA Knight t-shirts was what? Top 2, 3 in sales. He even got up there with NWO. You had NWO, John Cena. He was right up there with him in sales. Also Cody Rhodes too. I know Cody Rhodes was part of Raw, but they was up in sales. Next to Cody Rhodes and Cena, his t-shirt sales were up there. And he even got recently put in the crown jewel at the Undisputed WWE Championship match. I'm sorry, Undisputed Universal WWE Championship match against Roman Reigns, which he lost thanks to Bloodline. But he still got popular. LA Knight is risen. He got more popular than anything. Do I like LA Knight? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I like LA Knight so much. I mean, I got, and even though I just played his clip, I mean, I gotta say something about him. So yeah. Yeah, LA Knight, he's up there, man. I mean, everything. I mean, I like it when he says this.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah, so that, everything. He's just doing his thing. Very popular. Now, the future of LA Knight, I don't know what's going to happen to him next year. I don't know. I said this as much as I like LA Knight, as much as I like his promos, because he's a combination of Flair, Austin Rock, and he put his little spin on it. He had an interview he did that I covered, me a good red cover. That's on the sister network, Toxic Reigns Scandal. Check that out. A reaction to his promo. His grinds and the way he put in the work is impeccable. He put in the work, man. And then also, like I said, as much as I like LA Knight, before he wins the world title, I would like to see him win a mid-card title. Now, the mid-card title SmackDown is the United States Championship. I would like for him to win that title one day, at least soon. And I think if he has a good run with that, that will make him more believable as a potential world champion. Because he hasn't won anything yet. What single titles have LA Knight won? Besides that stupid Battle Royal crap at SummerSlam. I ain't counting that. What has he won? A real title. No mid-card titles, not even the tag team title, nothing. So before he wins the Undisputed Universal WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship overall, he needs to win a mid-card title first. Or, even I could even see him win the Money Bank contract in the future. But he needs to win a mid-card title first. Look at Gunther, Intercontinental Champion, future World Champion. That's a good example. That's what you got to do to get to the top. LA Knight is great. I was like, it's like to see him with a mid-card title. Get the United States title first, or if you go to Raw, get the IC belt. You know, what did you say, Brett? He will beat Gunther. He will get traded in draft. I can see that happening. I can see LA Knight going to Raw, and I'm going to say this why. We saw this with Gunther, who was also on SmackDown again this year. Anytime somebody is on SmackDown and they get hot, you know it's the next draft, they go to Raw. It happened to Gunther, Bianca Belair. And I could see that happening to LA Knight. He's the most popular star outside the bloodline on SmackDown. He could easily go to Raw. Will he be a good fit on Raw? Absolutely. He would. So I'm not doubting that. But I think the rise of LA Knight, an unexpected rise, they came out of nowhere. I think that's one of the best, the number one best moment on SmackDown for 2023. Now, those are the moments I covered SmackDown for 2023. If there's any moments that I may have missed that you may want to add, or you have some moments you may think may have been better, the live chat and comment section playback, please add that in. I would like to hear it. SmackDown been so great this year. I can't think of what, SmackDown hasn't done great. You tell me, guys, where's your top SmackDown moment? What's your top SmackDown moment? I would like to see that, What's the top SmackDown moment of the year? I would like to know. You guys let me know what you think of that. Because there's been so many moments. They have some episodes here and there, but it's pretty much been good. It's really no complaint. And I'm going to do the same thing I did for Raw. I'm going to have a rating. We'll have my little rating for SmackDown for the year. So, my rating for SmackDown is a 4.5 out of 5. SmackDown for this year has been great. I can't really think of too many bad episodes, too bad moments. And remember, SmackDown was going on majority of the year without Roman Reigns or even the Bloodline, and they still managed to put on a great show. Kudos to WWE, upper management, creative, production team, everyone, producers, everybody. SmackDown was great this year. 4.5 out of 5. Hopefully in 2024 they duplicate that success. I see that happening. I do see that happening. What's going to happen next year for SmackDown? Because we know WWE, they stock has risen since the merger of the TKO WWE merger. We know that. But that is the question. What are 24 expectations of SmackDown? I expect SmackDown to continue to build new stars. We had Carmelo Hayes from NXT on in the United States tournament. He teased a little thing about the Hurt Business. He may get drafted. He may be the next guy from NXT to get drafted for the main roster and go to SmackDown. And others. Expect a lot of people from NXT. I'm saying this now. In December 29th. Expect a lot of people from NXT, a good amount, or at least some from NXT, get drafted to SmackDown the next draft next spring. So expect that to happen. Expect major storylines happen on SmackDown. Like Gilbert said, and I'll highlight what he said again, which I believe could very well happen. LA Knight may get traded in the draft to Raw, and we may get a new star. So, and I expect SmackDown was also going to USA Network. They're not with Fox no more. So, with that being said, since they're going back to USA Network, expectations going to go up a little bit more. USA Network is the home of Raw. Been home of Raw for many, many years. They left Raw for a few years with the Spike TV. They came back. Expectations for SmackDown is going to be raised, just like Raw expectations are going to be raised. So I expect very good storyline, very good character building, character development. A lot of people started from the bottom and working their way up, just like LA Knight, just like Gunther, just like Bianca Belair, and others. Expect a lot of people that's going to be on SmackDown the end of this year and next year to work their way up. We're going to see their rise. So we saw a rise of LA Knight this year. That's my expectations for 2024. 2024 expectations SmackDown. It will be great, and I don't see no other way